Hey everyone, Decent Eddie here. It's Friday, May 30th, 2025. So far with NBA picks, my NBA confident picks are hitting 81% for the season, and my WNBA picks are 72% overall across all games. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for daily picks before tip-off on the day of the game. Remember, always check matchup news and injury reports yourself. Data only tells part of the story. My goal is to help you make more informed, statistically grounded decisions. While my data set focuses on moneyline picks, my analysis can be useful for spread and over-under bets. It's all WNBA today. There's no NBA. We're NBA-less today, so let's go. First, it's Sun versus Fever. Fever get a Decent Eddie provisional confident pick with a 5.616 differential. The sportsbooks have Fever as 12.5-point favorites at the moment and are giving them about an 89% chance to win here. The big news is Fever still without Caitlin Clark, and it's going to be that way for another couple weeks, but Indiana can still score points, and their defense is solid. The top scorers and leading rebounder are stepping up. The Sun, conversely, are at or around the bottom in scoring and points allowed, struggling with 39% shooting. The Fever have the depth to win this game at home against the Sun. I'm taking Fever on the money line, even if the return is low, just for the data. I may take the under on the game as well. Liberty on the road versus Mystics. Liberty have weak legs after playing last night, but they still get a Decent Eddie provisional confident pick with a 3.316 differential. Liberty are 8-point favorites right now, and the books are giving them about 80% chance to win this game on the road. The Liberty is a steamroller right now, leading the league in scoring and near the top of points allowed. Washington just snapped a 3-game skid with a win over the Caitlin Clarkless Fever. Their offense is below average, but their defense is pretty strong, solidly in the top third of my data set. Despite the Liberty being on a back-to-back, the Liberty may still be too strong for the Mystics. I'm taking Liberty on the money line. I may take the spread with the Liberty too. Next, it's Dream versus Storm. Storm get a danger pick with a differential of 0.816 in my data. The books are giving Storm a 67% chance to win and are 4-point favorites right now. It's a cross-conference game, 3-2 Storm versus 4-2 Dream in Seattle. Dream aims for their 4th straight win, ranking fairly high in my offensive data set figures, and their defense is what I'd say is mostly good. Seattle just stopped a 3-game win streak, but previously trounced the Aces. The Storm's advantage is a really strong defense. They're outstanding at controlling the defensive glass as well. This is a tough one. Looking at the data set, these two are right next to each other on the sheet, and they trade data back and forth between each other. One's higher than the other on one part, lower than the other on the next part, and it just goes back and forth like this all the way across the sheet. My data says Storm just barely. The books say Storm. I have to take Storm on the money line for my data. The over-under on FanDuel is 157 right now. I may take the over along with that. Sparks versus Aces. Aces get a provisional suboptimal pick with a 1.283 differential in my data set. Sportsbooks give the Aces an 84% chance to win and have them as 10-point favorites. They're more confident than I am. Aces are off to a slow start as they host the Sparks. Vegas and my data are at least average at most things. They do maintain ball control well. The Sparks advantages their offense in this matchup, but they're inconsistent in a number of other assets, and they're not great at any one thing outside of that offensive performance I mentioned. Despite their slow start, though, I'm still going to take Aces to win at home on the money line for the data. Sparks may cover the spread at 10 points. I will probably take that too. Here we are, last one. It's Lynx versus Mercury. It's another danger pick with Lynx barely getting a differential in their favor at a 0.717 in my data set. Lynx are 4.5-point favorites with a 65% chance to win on this away game by the books data. The Lynx are kind of a dominant team so far this season. They've won their last 4 and ranked pretty high in my offensive data and better than average in my defensive data. Phoenix is a defensive juggernaut, though, and is 4-0 at home, but they're slightly below average in much of my offensive data, to put it mildly. With the Lynx potentially missing their leading scorer and Phoenix's really super strong defense, this game has both me and the sportsbooks chewing their nails. However, I have to take the Lynx on the data. It's just how I have to do it. And they get that pick only barely, but I still have to take it. I think the under may be a smart play, though. So here's a quick recap. Decent Eddie confident picks. We have a provisional for Fever and Liberty. Suboptimal picks. We have a provisional suboptimal pick for Aces. Danger picks. We've got Storm and Lynx. For parlays, I like to include confident picks in my parlay, so if you include Fever and Liberty in a 2-leg parlay, your win probability is 71%-ish. That's by the sportsbook data, not mine. If you take those two and add a third leg between -400 and -450 odds for a 3-leg parlay, your probability is around 56-57%-ish. Regardless of what you choose, I never recommend more than a 3-leg parlay due to the risks of combined probabilities. And remember, don't spend more than 10% of your bankroll in total across all your wagers in a day. If you need help with a gambling problem, resources, I always get that word mixed up. I probably ought to change it, right? Resources are in my channel's description. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get my picks hours ahead of time for more. Head over to Decent Eddie Picks on Instagram or find me on Facebook or X at Decent Eddie Picks, spelled P-I-X. I'm even on TikTok, so you can look for me there. You'll see a deeper dive into my data, my Decent Eddie grades for all the teams, which I updated today for the WNBA and need to post it. And if I have any last-minute thoughts, I might post them there too. So let's see what happens. It could be a very exciting night. This is Decent Eddie signing off. Have an awesome day.